Welcome to Guitar and Tech News episode 7. It's a bit of a sad episode this week with Chuck Berry passing away, but it does look to get better as we look to the future. Rock and roll legend Chuck Berry has passed away at the ripe old age of 90. Johnny B. Good will live forever, immortalised in such films as Back to the Future. Before his passing, he recorded one last album entitled Chuck. One song with Rage Against the Machine guitarist Tom Morello, called Big Boys, is available to listen to now, and the album will be released in June. Intel's latest processor design, the KB Lake processor series, launched a few months ago with the promise of Optane support. We finally know what that is, and it's an SSD. But it's not just any old SSD. Intel is saying this could be used in the future to supplement RAM in machines, meaning that huge orchestral libraries and massive drum and synth sample sets could be loaded entirely into the memory, eliminating a lot of the issues that those kind of orchestral writers currently face. The only drive announced so far is the P4800X, which at over $1,500 means it's aimed at data centers, not the general public. But since the technology now exists, it won't be long before prices come down and it gets into the hands of us mere mortals. Fulltone, possibly best known for their OCD distortion pedal, have announced a gear collection for Amplitube, including a huge sounding 80s rack chorus, a tape echo based on their own design, and the OCD pedal itself, which is as close to a Tube Screamer design as you'll see, but with more switches and more control. It's not cheap at $60 for the set, but if you're a Fulltone fan, it could be worth it. Ranger FX have released a new guitar effect pedal enabling guitarists to use a studio trick known as sidechaining out on the live stage. The Deep Space Pulsar takes a signal from the kick drum and ducks the volume of the guitar during the kick hits, so you can get a real pulsing EDM style whoop 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 sound. It even works in reverse to make the pulses based on the drums for new creative possibilities. Many-stringed shredmaster Mike Gianelli has announced on his Instagram account that he's making a new signature guitar with Legator, a company we seem to be talking about a lot here. It's a 9-string beast with soap bar pickups and a 3/6 headstock design. That's about all we know at this point, but the announcement means its release can't be too far away. And finally, the end may be nigh for us studio engineers. The Zylia is a microphone system that can record using a single unit and apparently isolate each musician in the room, in a recording room, in a rehearsal studio, after the fact. It uses 19 microphone capsules inside a single USB device and can record at 24-bit 48 kHz. It's an all-in-one with no need for a separate interface, but it's going to be beyond the reach of young bands starting out with, garage recording, because pre-orders are being taken now for $999. Big thanks to our patrons, Peter Daniel, Remy, Valois and Kerry. If you want to help us make more of this kind of content, consider helping us out on Patreon. You'll get early access to all the videos that we make, as well as access to a Discord server where you can ask us all sorts of questions one-to-one, and more. You'll get more interaction with us. If you can't help us out through Patreon, that's cool. You can also help us out by sharing these videos to your friends on Facebook, on forums, Reddit, and any other places that you can think of where people might want to see this kind of stuff. Just spread the word. More views equals more videos. I'm Adam Steele for the Hot Pulse Studios, and we'll see you next week.